Stay still. Cat fur. Sorry. Hello.
Hello.
I'm Pamela.
I'm Jerry.
And this is Life is Trail Running. You guys are fortunate this week. We have some footage from a race that we volunteered at on Saturday. The English's Ridge Rumble.
It was a 10-mile race, a 20-mile race, and a 50-kilometer race.
It was awesome.
Yeah, we had so much fun.
I can't believe how much fun we actually had. Like, it was so cool.
And a little background before we get into how much fun we had. The weather forecast for the day was a high of 41 with 20 to 30 mile an hour winds gusting to 40 and snow and rain.
Yeah, it was definitely cold. It warmed up towards the end of the day a little bit, but then kind of got windy again. It was a bit of a mix. So we do have footage for you. Scott English, it's his race. He's the race director. This is a great race that he puts on. And this is a second year doing it from what I understand. But it was really great. He's a wonderful guy, really friendly.
The race was at Green Lake State Park, the place we like to run at a lot. So we got there at 7 in the morning, and our first job was to hand out the shirts.
So if you ordered a shirt ahead of time, there were shirts there that were available for you to pick up. I have to say, the swag that you got with this was unbelievably amazing. It was awesome. There were socks, buffs, arm sleeves. We got some socks too.
You can see here it says SCTR, which is Salt City Trail Runners. Salt City is one of the nicknames for Syracuse, New York.
Yep.
So while we were handing out shirts, they needed to go set up the aid station out on the course. So I went with Scott's brother, and we went up to where they were going to set up the aid station, and we set up the tent, and we brought all the water and the food and the table.
I stayed there and handed out shirts until the race was getting ready to start. The 50K started first at 8 o'clock, and then the 20-miler started at 8:30, and the 10-miler started at 9. So I headed out a little bit before 8 to a junction point to make sure that people knew to turn down a specific way. He came through right before 8 as well, and he was going down the hill to another junction point to point people in the correct direction to make sure they didn't make a wrong turn.
I have a little bit of video footage of the junction that I was standing at. And the way the course worked is you ran by this spot where I was the first time during the loop, and you went straight. And then you went up in the field and did some things, and you came back around and came to the same junction point and then had to go left. So my job was to stand there and try to help people who kind of got confused about where they were and which way they should go.
All the runners were so sweet.
Every one of them was like, thanks for being here.
Yeah. All of you guys were, if any of you are watching this, thank you so much. You guys were amazing to watch be out there in that horrible weather.
It was snowing so hard sometimes.
Oh,
it was like hail,
gosh.
like little pinpricks hitting you. It was...
You were all just beasts is what it was. Just
Yeah.
amazing. But you guys were so appreciative and so friendly, and I just had a blast. I really did.
And, you know, one of the funny things is because it was supposed to be so cold and rainy and snowy, I dressed with like 6 layers of clothes on. I had so many clothes on, and I was actually very comfortable. And I saw people running by in shorts and a t-shirt, and I'm going, I'm such a wuss. I just can't believe people are just ding, running by in shorts and a t-shirt. And I'm like, maybe it's because they're fast and they know they're not going to be out there that long.
That's what it is. Yeah,
because
exactly.
I'm going to be out there for hours and hours and hours. So I got to dress up. Yeah.
And I was dressed pretty warm, but he didn't get the wind exposure like I did. There were some times I started shivering and I thought, oh man, what am I going to do? Because we were... ended up going into the car and grabbing this awesome blanket that we bought from Koala Tree online. And I can put the name here at the bottom of the screen. Yeah. I have that technology. And it's a really cool blanket. It's lined on the inside.
I think you better stand up and show them.
I think I better.
Yeah.
But here, let me just explain. It's lined on the inside. On the outside, it's waterproof, which is even cooler. So, and it has a little zipper pouch as well. Look how big it is. Can't even see me. It's huge.
Well, you're not that big.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. But it has...
Show the hood.
Hold on. Hold on.
I thought you were coming.
It also has a really cool feature. I'm going to show you now.
Meanwhile, a pineapple.
Okay, I'm hooked. You can also turn it into a wearable, hooded blanket poncho. Yeah, and it was a lifesaver because I was frozen at one point, and I remembered we just bought this blanket and I had it in the car. I wasn't cold at all. Put it on. It was waterproof, so all the time that it was sleeting and snowing, didn't get wet at all. It was awesome. So if you guys have never seen one of these before, I can put a link down in the description to this website. Their stuff is phenomenal. And I actually just put an order in for a second blanket because if he ever needs one when we're out somewhere, it's great. When we were done standing at the junctions, we left for a little bit and then Scott had us come back around 3 o'clock. Mm-hmm. And then we headed out and picked up all the flags on the course. So we got to run the course, which was really cool because we had tried to figure it out before. So it was great that we got to run it as well.
Yeah, and I think we have some video footage of us picking up some of the flag. Hi.
What are we doing?
We're walking up a hill.
Why?
No, because we're volunteering and we're sweeping now and taking down all the course markings.
Yep. So we're out here just picking everything up. I have to say, I think we're pretty fortunate. The weather is way better now than it was when everybody was running it. It was horrible.
There was snow. The winds were just creaking the trees everywhere. I don't know how those people ran it. Good for them. They're all heroes in my book.
Such badasses.
Yeah. We just had to stand there and cheer them on and point them in the right direction to go. So here we're coming to a junction where the runners have to turn, and you can see that there's yellow flags, meaning you have to turn and you just follow the yellow flags around the corner. Oh.
Yeah, I was trying to stop and I couldn't.
This mud is so slick.
I would definitely recommend for people that are interested in running ultras, go volunteer at some races because it gives you a completely different perspective. And if you are an ultra runner and you've never volunteered, same thing. Volunteer because it's so interesting to see what happens behind the scenes. And thank you guys so much. Thank you to all the other volunteers. They were all super sweet and amazing. Thank you to Scott and Brian for putting on the race. Thank you, the runners. The runners were just so nice. Thank you, everybody. It was a great experience. And we'll definitely see you out there again next year. And hopefully at some of Scott's other races too. And if you ever see me at a race volunteering, I give free hugs to any runner. Any runner needs a hug, I give free hugs.
I'm not so much on the hugging.
That's okay. I give free hugs. So anytime you see me, just come up to me. I'll give you a free hug.
But I will fist bump the crap out of you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Tell you jokes, too.
Yeah.
I hope you enjoy this footage that we have.
And here we go.
It's snowing.
50. Should we go this way? My garbage in the street.
Right down that way. Yep. Good luck, guys.
Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the footage that we got.
And I hope all the runners enjoyed their race.
Thank you so much for everything. And you know, the whole spiel, like, subscribe, button pushing all over the place. Life is Trail Running on Twitter, something.
Yeah, Instagram.
Instagram.
Just mash all those buttons.
Hit all those buttons.
Just
Facebook.
mash them.
Yeah, and if you guys are running a race local around here, that maybe we haven't heard of, just message us. We'll come volunteer too if they're looking for volunteers anytime.
Or maybe run.
Whatever the case,
Yeah.
volunteer, run, just message us and let us know. Thanks for watching.
Thanks.
Run the dirt.